Even 140s. Possibly. 145 when it gets there. Yeah, when it starts testing that area by the time it gets down there. All right, I gotta put the timer up. Still banned on friggin' to go live on TikTok. And it comes back on Thursday. That's their Thanksgiving gift to me. Giving me back my right to say, well, I'm not going to say the word now because what if YouTube flags me, but. You know. All right, let's go over the market. Why can I? Okay. All right, good morning, everybody around the world watching in from mostly the USA. So we have created a swing high over the last 2 days. We had one back here, and then we had a swing low, and now we're in a swing high. And we could be oscillating like that. So today could be an up day. I'm thinking this is what's going to happen because tomorrow is the Fed release. This is a downtrend. I'm thinking if that's where we're at, that seems to be the overall predominating trend, although we can go over to the weekly chart and see that a little bit better in a second here. But I'm thinking if that continues, then tomorrow, when the Fed releases their information, we're going to go down. We're going to have red. It's going to be a red reaction, and we're going to go back to these prior lows, and we're going to try and test those and maybe fill this gap, because there is a gap here on at least the market hour timeline. But I think the Fed reaction is going to allow us to at least fill that gap. Maybe we springboard off of that the same day or over the course of the next weeks. I don't know, but that could be. But I think that is where we're heading. And so I think in anticipation of that, even though today we are in a swing low formation, but we were before, and then we got a swing up. I think that tomorrow might be the down day, a slight down day, like a doji waiting for the Fed release tomorrow. And that today we'll just go and retest these highs up here because it's so inconsequential. We'll have a semi-doji day, but retracement day into maybe the middle of that candle, from the bottom of the middle of this candle. Now, if we instead start moving down and we create a trend down on the micro time frame, and we touch and break yesterday's low, then I'm going to be bearish, and I'm going to play bearish. But otherwise, I think today's a doji, choppy, low volume, kind of hands-off day. And in fact, because the predictions on the day are so just really inconsequential, depending on how it moves, I don't really have a bias on the day. And when that happens, when you don't have a bias on the day, it can be a sign that you shouldn't trade the day. I have found that you're just better off not trading on those days. That's just like words of wisdom, that on those sort of uncertain, confusing days, low volume projection, there's just not really a trade there. So it's a scalper's day today at most, at best. It's certainly not a day to be investing or taking positions, multi-day positions. All right, one final look here before the market opens in about 4 minutes. OBSV, ONCS, PALI, OBSV, ONCS, PALI. Yeah. Of that bunch, I guess ONCS is holding the best. I guess we can say that, but it's not exactly a beautiful. There's nothing happening right now, not yet. So ONCS, nothing's happening. It's flattened out. It's held its move though, which is good, but it spiked once and then faded on a reattempt, creating a double top. So it's not looking that great. PayPal close to that 80 level again. Yeah. Gonna turn on the market metrics there. We have about 3 minutes before the market opens. And if we look at S&P 500, you can see that we are in a formation that is likely to bounce off of this 200 up here. And we're trapped between the 200 and the 100 on the S&P 500. On the Qs, we're below that 100, bouncing off of the 100 and trapped between there and the 50. And on the Dow, the Dow is above the 200 and in great shape. So industrials and inflation, those kinds of stocks are in the Dow predominantly. Those are doing pretty well. In fact, off of the high the year for them, they're currently only down 8% versus growth stocks, which off the high of where they peaked out are down 31%. Not that being down 8% is being up, but it's a lot better than being down 31%. You certainly don't want to hold growth stocks in a downturn. That's the worst thing to hold. The worst thing to hold. You have tech stocks, Apple, anything in a downturn, not what you want to be holding. Growth stocks are for growth only, guys. They are not protective to downside. All right, the market should be opening in just a few seconds here. 1 minute. Can't see my screen. It's really not that great, Ben. Maybe ONCS. Right now on that last move, the market's now moving towards equilibrium. I'd like to see how the market acts the first 5 minutes, first 10 minutes of the market here. There's probably going to be some fake moves. And if we're going to go up, the fake move would be down. And if we're going to go down, the fake move would be up. I think today is just going to be all about scalping, manipulation, and trapping. All right, we have initial move up. I'm thinking down. All right, actually that quickly turned to down. And SD always alerting me every day. I don't know what's wrong with that. It's a doji of an open. Okay, now it's trying to break to the upside. Yeah, I can dig that. That's ooh, that move to the downside. It's all manipulation. Oh, excuse me. Ah. This could be a good time to get into SD Sandridge. So I'm going to go ahead and alert that in the swing trade, in swing alert, in swing 100. Moving averages are all squished down. And it's a green over red, basically. Hammer. So SD. Dollars, if you can, dollars are risky, be able to hold it. No. Sandridge. Right, market pulling back at the open. To me, that means we are probably going to then go up and test the highs and just start to grind out a little green doji day today. What a cute little doji. All right, let's go over to the momentum stocks and see what's going on there. PALI getting to a break. The break would be 320. PALI can break 320, it goes momentum. I'm gonna get an option contract on that SD, just because of the way I'm mostly in treasury bond. So what I'm getting, in case anybody else is wanting to get an option instead of the shares on SD, I am getting the April contracts, 15 strike calls. And they instantly gave it to me. So I think you could get a better price than what I just got. I put in a bid for 640. I think you could maybe get 630. Or you could try even 620. That fill was fast. They're like, oh, you want to buy this piece of shit? Fast fills are not a good sign. If something's good to get into, it should be hard to get into. Fuck. Oh, Elf finally pulling back to that line. Wow. All right. I might go ahead and go short on Elf because it's been so vertical. This could be a BARR, a bar breakdown on Elf. I'm going to go short on Elf. I'm going to put that up in chart trader alerts because that's not a swing 100 style alert. ELF, short the breakdown potential. Bar play. Out the alert before I get my entry. That's called integrity, people. But no, sometimes I take it first. So let's not get ahead of ourselves. PALI, it's about, there we go. There's the break on PALI. Pre-market high break on PALI. Hopefully you got it. PALI. Want to get it like right before the crack there if you're watching level 2. I'm getting the 60 puts December expiration on ELF. Just short it. And they're not giving it to me, see? So that tells me that I need to go for a better price because it's looking too good. Yeah, it's already moving down. Hopefully you guys are shorting it. It's working. Trade is already working out. They didn't give it to me at 610. They, market maker, or riders, or X. Who would want to sell at a time like this? There we go. I got it for 620. The 60 puts, 60 strike puts December. And look at fucking PALI go. Who got in? Who got PALI? Better be making me proud, some of you fuckers. Come on. Who got into PALI? Got it. All right. Cameron says he got it. Way to go, Cameron. Making me proud. All right. Marcus got it. Or says N for no. I'm not sure. All right. Good. Reanimated Mind got it at 326. See what I'm talking about? And this is why you wait. This is why you wait for those pre-market breaks, for those momentum points. Don't be pre-buying into these things. Because until they can confirm, it just isn't going to be worth your time. It's just not going to be worth your time or the risk. ONCS dropping, fading out. COSM dropping, fading out. I don't know if you still have COSM. I'm going to go tick, tick, tick. I'm going to go check on those other positions of ours. RDEX. Anyway, ELF is falling. ELF. That trade seems to be working out. YTRA pulling back a little bit. Fine. And then RDX. Oh, there goes the market. Let me go take a look at that. The market really going bearish now. And this is what I was telling you, is if we crack yesterday's low, that's it right there. If we crack yesterday's low, we may be looking at a bearish day trade. And this, the way it's playing out, is what I was biased for, like I showed in the pre-market. But no, I just expected it to be a bit more choppy. But that's okay. It's not going to be. Fine. So I'm looking for some kind of a pullback entry. Go short. And for me, that would be right here. And if I don't get it, that's okay. Let me know when that other stock comes back online, you guys. ELF, CPRX, SD. Okay, good. So we took advantage of those opportunities. ELF breakdown should be interesting. Oh, that's RDEX. Okay, RDEX. That's breaking below prior day's low. What's that alert? You got an alert. SATX, PALI, MMTLP is up even more. We'll get to that in a second, but I think PALI is trading. Let me see. No, it's not yet, but it's definitely on the board now. SATX is what it's showing. SAT. No, that's fine. Nothing going on there. GMDA. That's the momentum alerts, and I was just checking on them. MMTLP, yeah, that is a fast move. Right off the bottom, 1085 to almost $12. That's a trapping move, which means it wanted liquidity to go higher, so it is likely going higher. Who's in MMTLP? I know that I'm still in it, and I'm up 47% from our alerted entry. MMTLP, 47%. That was a super stock alert, I think. Might have been a penny stock. I think it was a super stock. Let me see. No, penny stock alert. The reason is it probably has very bad fundamentals. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't have very good fundamentals at all. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out a bit of what I'm profiting. You see that what I just said this morning. There. That's me taking some profits on MMTLP position. The amount of profits I just took was exactly equal to how much today's gain was. However much I'm up today, boom, I took a little off. We are now very extended off of the 10 moving average. The last time we were up above the 10 moving average, the most we got extended was 110% off of that moving average. Let's see where we're at right now. 34%. Potentially it can do more, but here's some other measurement points to keep in mind. 28%. 28%. So that was a bit of an anomaly, that first one, And the fact that we're at 34% right now, it could be your final day, perhaps. I'm not all out yet. All right, let's go back to PALI. Is that thing running yet, or it's in a long-term halt? Has not reopened. That's been 5 minutes, I believe. The market continues to cave. We're bouncing off of support points on the dollar, support points for the correlation. So market support points, I guess you could say. I wouldn't expect it to drop right now any further. I'd expect about a 50% retrace or so from here. Good, that's where I'd want to take my entry, right? Which is past equilibrium. In other words, the high of the day from the open, high of the open, to the low of the open, halfway in between there. If we're going to go short today, you ideally want to be getting in above that, so that you're not a high risk trader, taking low risks to high rewards, not high risks to low rewards. Yeah, PALI's just not trading. It's halted out. Well, unless this is delayed feed, but everybody. EKS with a sharp move to 111, but down back to 108 now. That was an earnings reaction. I'm surprised we got any kind of like very interesting action today. I thought today was going to be a slow day. It just goes to show that's why you got to show up every morning. There definitely was some action. There definitely were some gains out there to be made. Now over on RDEX, I might want to cut that. Somewhat safe to stay in. It's a low volume pullback. RDEX. Somewhat safe to stay. You can hedge it if you need to, if you'd like to. Hedging situation is on that. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. Right, the $2 puts only have a 14% spread. Right, put that up there. Penny stocking. That freezes the position within certain limits, and then if RDEX starts doing well again, I'll release some of that. Holy cow, guys! Holy cow! PALI hit 5, and I guess it's halting. You guys got to make sure you're taking out some profits in those moments. Keep a close eye on your position and take out some profits, 10%, 20%, whenever you get a spike like that. Yourself in here until things turn around. Who's still in? And did anybody, who's still in? I want to know that. And did anybody get to take some profits out? And John says he's up. Holy shit, I'm up 80%. All right, John. Very nice. How much you guys up? Did everybody else get that entry around 320-ish? Market breakout. So that is textbook way to trade momentum right there. That's what you wait for, the pre-market high breakout. And then as far as taking profits, when to take profits, when to get out, all that's outlined in my market mastery program. If anybody hasn't taken that and you want to learn that, there's several hours of learning there in the market mastery program. Took profit at 4.43, 34% gains. John White says, I'm still in, trimmed 60% of your position. Okay, John, I think that might have been a bit much, but maybe you didn't have very much. So I understand, but you know, completely up to you. It's, you know, you're the discretionary trader. So I probably would have taken 10 or 20%. And the reason is because it's just acting so strong. You know, I would take a little, and then what am I risking? I'm already up. Like if the next halt is down and I can get out, it'll be at a profit. So, you know, the logic for me is take a little off and let's keep going. Let it ride. Put it all on red again. DXY, the dollar rather, is at a point in which potentially the market drops further from here, potentially. But the market itself has bottomed. And so if the dollar does cause the market to go bearish here, which is where it's at a point where it could do that, then the market goes and it makes another new low. Does so before pulling back more, very much further. God, this is my This stock is now up 127% on the day, PALI. So, that's worrisome. I think everyone's thinking, I'm going to get out on this next one. Probably this next unhalt is going to be filled with more selling than buying. It could still end up, but I'm thinking that that's the way it's going to go. Like the last halts had far more volume than that halt. So possibly steam is running out. You probably want to get your orders in already. And the way RJ and I trade these is we already have it set up in a laddered system to take profits. There we go. We're open at 525, selling off. It's at 520. 510, 505 is falling. Red candle, boom, it's being bought up. 545, 550-ish. Looks like red pullbacks are being bought up. Any pullbacks are being bought up. So I would give it some 5 seconds to 10 seconds whenever there's these red pullbacks to get bought up. And we just hit $6. That would be a definite psychological sell point of some amount. 10% of your position under 6. 624. How much you up, John White? How much you guys up in percentage? Looks like we might be halting at 623. Oh, 640 we hit. There's some red pullback, strong red pullback, bearish engulfing. Getting some sell-off, but again, these sell-offs have been bought up. Might want to start de-risking more because it is starting to get in a little bit more hostile. You can always get back in if you're not under PDT. It's settling into 5 now. It certainly is not getting bought back up. These red drops were not getting bought back up. All right, John got out at 580. Got all out. All right, it's dropping below 5. That's an important support psychological level. Just got bought up a little bit, but this could be your last chance. 515, we're hanging around. Hopefully you got some out at $6 and above. If things were moving too fast for you, then you shouldn't be fucking doing this. That's a sign that you need to pay attention to, is that you don't have the equipment, you don't have the systems, you're not paying for the feeds, you don't have the right software, you're not set up to do momentum trading. It should not be too fast for you. You should be able to take all these levels, and you want to be to where you already have your sell orders in before they even hit. You want to be ahead of the ball, not behind the ball. If you're behind the ball, do not be risking real money doing this every day. Momentum trading, high frequency momentum trading. But if you were able to manage that, and you probably got the right setup, I don't know what to say from there, but except that you probably should paper trade to be sure, 4 months. So you understand the systems, the rules, and so you should get a taste for when things go really bad, what to do. Prepared for real money. Day comes. Yeah, it looks done. Congrats, ladies, says Reanimated Mind. Good job, you guys. It certainly seems to be what we call the backside of the trade. Draw a momentum line here, a speed line, I like to call it. You can see how we've broke through the backside and are on the backside of the trade. Now it's all shorting. No upside momentum left, and there won't be. So reliably, there won't be any reliably. So you got to get out. And then maybe you can get back in at $3 or $4, maybe if it starts settling in there in about an hour or two. That's the main excitement of the day right there. PALI, good job. Post your gains. You got a screenshot of your gains. And that's going to be it for the morning stream, because if from here it just gets boring. The first half an hour to hour to the market are going to be where most of the money is made. And certainly on a low volume day like today is projected to be before the Fed tomorrow, there's not going to be much happening in any kind of a fast way. Maybe in an hour or two, a trade comes up and it lasts a half an hour to an hour or an hour and a half. Another trade comes up. It's slow motion from here. John White says, "Way to go, guys! Lunch is on me today." Awesome. All right, PALI. Good job, everybody. All right, let's move back into the group. Have a good morning, everybody. And see you in the momentum room or the market trading room or wherever you like to hang out. See you soon.